Well, hello everybody. Thank you so much for watching us through YouTube and welcome one more time to Grow and Travel. This is a program dedicated to personal development as well as touristic places all over the world. I'm Nadia Flores and today we are in Metepec. We are going to tell you all about choosing your battles to better your relationship with yourself and others, and we're going to see this beautiful town. Come join me. We are in Metepec. Metepec is a beautiful and picturesque town located about 40 minutes away from Mexico City. This place is famous for its beautiful handcrafts made out of clay. And of course, the most important one is that one of the Tree of Life, but we're going to talk about that in a moment. Metepec is located about 7,500 feet above sea level, which makes it very cold regardless of the time of the year that you come. So make sure that you bring a cardigan or a sweater with you whenever you're visiting. Metepec is also located 40 minutes away from Mexico City, and it's a beautiful town. So let's go see it, shall we? Come join me. And sometimes we are just happily living our life, going about our lives however we want to, choosing what we want, whatever we think is best for us, for our lives, for whatever area of it is. And then there comes someone who wants to tell us how to think, how to feel, how to act, and what decision to make. So what to do in this circumstance? To start with, the episode today is about choosing your battles. So there might be people that sometimes are constantly trying to convince us to act, be, and do whatever it is that they see as the best for us, maybe even out of love, because they love us so much and they care so much for us. They're trying to tell us what to do and what not to do, how to think and all that. But sometimes, I think most of the times actually, the answers, 100% of the times, are inside of us. So if we already believe that and we already have arguments to do what we are doing with our lives and choosing what we're choosing, it is because we already feel that belief as part of our core. So in this instance, I invite you to choose your battles, choose diplomacy, because you know that it doesn't matter what you tell to this person that is trying to convince you to do something completely different to what you want. It doesn't matter if you come with arguments and you can actually tell the person, okay, this is why I'm choosing the way I'm choosing, or this is why I'm living the way I'm living. Ultimately, they want you to do something else. So in this case, diplomacy is very important because you can actually get to the point where you can say, thank you so much for your point of view. This is not what I think. I am choosing what I'm choosing, and I'd rather talk about something else or focus our attention on something else. Because let us remember that where your attention goes, your energy flows. And that is your most important asset in life. Your energy and your time are the most precious things that you have. And if we're not focusing on things that are making us a better version of ourselves, then it's a waste of our energy and a waste of our time. So might as well choose diplomacy with the people that are not agreeing with us, and that way you can become a more assertive person. And also by choosing the battle that you know you're not going to win even when you are right, then you choose to be a better and bigger person. So diplomacy is the key. And we are in Metepec. Metepec is a pueblo mágico, or magic town in English. Pueblo mágico, for those of you that are watching us from outside of Mexico, is a label coined by the Secretary of Tourism, which means that certain communities are still preserving their history, their culture, and of course the magic of their architecture. Metepec is surely one of them, and you will see why. Today we're going to check out a little bit of their beautiful parks, of course downtown, their coffee shops and their bars. So come join me. The town of Metepec receives its name from the Nahuatl dialect, which means on the hill of the magueyes, which are easily found in the ancient sites of Metepec. In addition to the magueyes, the clay and its handcrafts are one of the greatest characteristics of the town. Here, many of the inhabitants are clay artisans whose trade began several generations ago. In Metepec, it is very common to find a variety of clay objects, from pots and other household utensils to ornaments such as magnets or hand-painted figurines. The most important and emblematic works are undoubtedly those of the soles de barro or clay suns and el árbol de la vida or the tree of life. This precious object of art is for the people of Metepec, together with the maguey, one of the most vivid representations of the town's essence. As you can see, Metepec is a beautiful town full of colors, traditions, culture, and fun. When you visit the center of Mexico, do not forget to come to Metepec and take with you a souvenir or two, like a clay sun or a tree of life made by the hands of the artisans who reside here. The beauty of these is that as they are handcrafts, there will never be two exactly alike. In downtown Metepec, the Park Juarez is located. In addition to the government palace, the monument to Benito Juarez, its kiosk, and its fountain, where there is a statue of what appears to be a mermaid, but it is in reality La Tlanchana. La Tlanchana is a mythological figure that arises in ancient times, when the Nine Waters Lagoon still existed. This was a place frequented by the fishermen to stock up on fish that they later sold or fed themselves with. The fishermen of that time popularized the myth of the aquatic woman who enchanted men and had qualities to transform according to her state of mind. When she was in a good mood, she was seen with a fish tail and the catch was abundant. But if she was upset or in love and unrequited, she wore her serpent tail, with which she would definitely drag that man into the water. They say that sometimes she also wore human legs. Those fishermen did have to choose their battles so as not to unleash the fury of La Tlanchana, don't you think? And speaking of choosing battles, let's go to our next personal development block. And we are at that point where I would like to give you 3 tips for you to choose your battles, especially the one that is the most favorable to you. So tip number 1 is awareness. Everything starts from awareness. When you are aware of what is triggering you and what is that particular point when that person is coming to talk and saying something to you that you don't want to hear, or something that you do not resonate with, or something you simply don't believe at all, then is your point to be aware. That's your cue to be aware, to just take a moment to breathe in, breathe out, give yourself a second, and instead of just jumping and trying to defend yourself, you just take it easy, take a moment, just breathe, and then be quiet for a second. So from there, you can go to tip number 2, which is analyzing the situation. Once you've taken that moment for yourself and you paused, then you can analyze and you can ask, well, is me going on this situation and talking about this particular subject that is making me upset, is this gonna help me become a better version of myself? Is this gonna help me get where I wanna get? Or is it going to do the complete opposite? Is it gonna make me maybe go back? Is it maybe gonna make me feel like I shouldn't do anything of what I want to do? Just think about that for a moment, and once you analyze the situation, then you can proceed to tip number 3, which is assertive communication. If you decide to actually express your point of view, make sure that you are actively listening to the other party. So that way there is communication in an open way for both of you. Even when you don't agree with each other, there can still be an open communication where both parties feel like they are open to communicate with one another and express their points of view, even when they know that they are not going to agree regardless. So if you decide not to go for assertive communication, I would recommend to then choose a different subject. This way, you won't be saying things that you will later regret, or harming a relationship with someone that you may love, but you may be saying things out of that triggered emotion. So remember, if you want to choose your battles the right way, use the 3 tips that I just gave you: awareness, analysis, and assertive communication. Have a happy life then! And we are at the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching, and we sincerely hope that you have enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed creating this for you. We want to invite you to watch us next Wednesday, just like every Wednesday, here on Grow and Travel. I'm Nadia Flores, and I'll see you on the next one.